One of you talked me into drinking a full tablespoon of something I hated as a kid. Another had me walking through the rain in flip-flops. Berlin summer, don't ask. Hunting for an ingredient I have only ever used to decorate a plate, never to actually raise my iron. You shared your best iron hacks. I tested 5 of them. They were all very interesting. One genuinely surprised me. But let's see which ones deserve a spot in your routine. Let's get into it.
Let's start with Veronique's morning routine. She shared that her ferritin went from 5 to 25 in 1 month while taking her iron supplement, of course, and she also alternated with taking 1 tablespoon of unsulfured blackstrap molasses in warm water on an empty stomach first thing in the morning. I had to ask her, did you really mean a whole tablespoon of blackstrap molasses? She said yes, and she said that the first time was awful, but now she's used to it and that it even helps reverse gray hair. Personally, a whole tablespoon of blackstrap molasses is a lot for me. Blackstrap molasses, when I smell it, it brings me back childhood memories of the only candies left in the Haribo box my mom used to buy for us. Who actually like those? Honestly, raise your hands in the comments. We need to talk. So while Veronique is courageous and does 1 full tablespoon, let me start with 1 teaspoon, okay? 1 teaspoon is actually what I use for my porridge. It's a good start. Blackstrap molasses indeed can be a very good source of iron, but it depends a lot on the brand. The one I use contains about 31 milligrams of iron per 100, meaning 1 teaspoon gives you around 2 milligrams of iron, whereas regular sugar doesn't bring any. Let's try. What are we doing? What are we doing for our hair? Okay, let's try. Oh, the smell. Oh, it's not that bad. It's really not that bad. This was really not that bad. Okay, I didn't take a whole tablespoon. I didn't do the real thing, but still, even a teaspoon was not as bad as I expected. So Veronique, thanks for the hack. It's really not worse than my moringa experience. The only downside for me is that I probably would not be able to have it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach because I have a sugar problem, but that's only me. If I start sweet, it's over for the rest of the day. But it might be perfect for you. So go buy blackstrap molasses. It's relatively cheap and easy way to add iron to anything. Like here, I'm adding 1 tablespoon. Yes, 1 tablespoon, but this is for the entire chickpea bread loaf, okay? And it was great. Thanks, Veronique. In the comments, tell me, what is 1 ingredient you started using for nutrition reasons and ended up actually loving? So Veronique doesn't just do molasses. She also pairs it with garden cress seeds. This trick was brought up by many of you, including Sikander G. The method is simple. Just soak a small amount of cress seeds overnight. You can start with a 1/4 teaspoon up to a teaspoon, then add them the next day to a glass of water. Oh, it's like a gel. 1 teaspoon, but 1 teaspoon, not much. With freshly squeezed lemon juice. This is a nice drink to have with your iron-rich food, and it's actually what Veronique does along with her blackstrap molasses drink. Let's check the nutrition. When you Google iron content of halim seeds, you will see wild claims saying they have 100 milligrams of iron per 100 grams. When I saw that, I was like, what? But I dug deeper because I already learned from my moringa experience. That number seems to be heavily exaggerated.
According to the American Journal of Food Science and Technology, the true iron content of dry cress seeds averages 11.7 milligrams per 100 grams. I also checked other research and none of them are estimating the iron content to be close to 100 milligrams. In fact, many nutritionists and dietitians are sharing their frustration of seeing these fake estimates taking over social media. That being said, 11.7 milligrams is still a decent amount, which would equal 0.5 milligrams of iron per teaspoon, which is similar to chia seeds.
So I tried it. It's nice. I like the texture. It's a bit chewy. It tastes a bit like radish. Yeah. And I think when you have difficulties drinking plain water, which is my case, it can make the process more exciting, I guess. That being said, if you want to take your seeds to the next level, you can sprout them. There are many studies out there showing that sprouting decreases anti-nutrients, which may then improve nutrient availability and potentially help with absorption. Also, you can actually find sprouted cress seeds very easily. Actually, it was easier for me to find them sprouted, in Berlin at least. It's relatively cheap. You just add them to whatever food you are eating. But I'm trying to grow my own, okay? I think I can do it. I never managed to grow anything, but that's my tiny project of the moment. Wish me luck. It seems to be fun and accessible, so let's see how they turn out. Next up is the juice recipe shared by Chris Levin. Chris shared, I could not take any iron supplements at all. After doing research, I blended raw beets, green apple, some ginger, and a bit of celery and started drinking a cup every day. In 2 months, my ferritin went from 14 to 47. Also, Chris Levin confirmed not being on a plant-based diet. Let's make it. There is no specific quantity provided, so I'm just going to freestyle. I'm cutting everything in smaller pieces to make mixing easier. I needed to add a bit of water, unfortunately, to help me out because I don't have the fanciest mixer here. While it's mixing, let's check the nutrition. So raw beets have some iron. One has about 1 milligram. Green apples add some vitamin C, which can help your body absorb iron from your diet. And ginger may also help with absorption. And it's done. I really doubt that she drinks it this way. Let me try. That's way too thick. Look, that's way too thick. Who wants to drink this? No one. So I have a straw. Let's see. Yeah. I'm gonna strain it. I really don't have anything fancy for this. So let's do it this way. Look at this. I'm just pressing gently, not too much because you also don't want the pulp to go through. I have a funnel. I think I'm gonna it up. Of course. Oh no. I want it to look fancy with this bottle. Let me just take my IKEA glass. The IKEA glass is enough. Okay, so now let's try it. I'm not expecting much. This is not supposed to be something super sweet. Let's go. Very nice. Yeah. I will add lemon. This is something I actually don't have in my diet, this kind of juices. Let me add some lemon. Actually, it was probably nicer without the lemon. Yeah, I think I preferred without the lemon. Damn. Very nice. It's a very nice juice, I must say. It's very refreshing. It's not super sweet. However, I'm still intrigued by how Chris Levin managed to jump from 14 to 47 with the iron amount in that juice. Was it the folate? Could the antioxidant or anti-inflammatory properties have played a role? Or maybe there is more to the story? I don't know. Either way, it's a super healthy drink. It's easy to make and I will make it again. So thank you, Chris Levin. Next, a recipe shared by Jasmine Temple. She supplements but also makes a Swiss chard and beet sauté with garlic and ginger and drink either pineapple or orange juice while eating. Finding Swiss chard in Berlin was a bit of an adventure. I went through many organic and non-organic stores before finally finding it at Bio Company. I was surprised by the colors. They were so beautiful. I was just expecting green and this one was calling me. This lovely dark purple color. Apparently the variety I got has a more earthy taste, but I would not really know because believe it or not, I think I never had Swiss chard in my life. I was completely out of my comfort zone putting this vegetable in my basket, which is exactly why I love our comment section. I'm learning so much. My go-to vegetable is broccoli. Broccoli every day. It was nice to change things up. Now, if you cannot find Swiss chard, you can substitute with spinach or kale. Although Swiss chard is a good option because it's high in iron and lower in oxalates compared to spinach, for example. Work with what you have. For the oxalates, we are cooking them anyways and pairing them with vitamin C to help make the most of the iron from the vegetable. Again, this was a comment, not a specific recipe, so I had to freestyle the quantities. First, I had to admire this new thing in my kitchen. Look how beautiful it is. I was almost too sad to cut it. I didn't want to. Don't let the volume scare you because like spinach, it will shrink quite a bit during cooking. I made sure to wash it very well. Then I focused on the rest, washed and peeled the raw beets, roughly chopped them with the garlic and ginger. I used an electric chopper to make things faster. For the sauté, I used a little bit of oil and then I added the beetroot, ginger and garlic mix for a couple of minutes in the pan. And after that, I added a Swiss chard, covered it and stirred regularly until it reduced in volume. For the seasoning, salt, pepper, a dash of paprika that I regretted adding, herbe de Provence, a little vegetable broth powder, and that's it. Jasmine pairs it with pineapple or orange juice. Again, having juices in my house is dangerous, so I'm just going to have the juice of a small lemon with warm water. That will do it. Again, the most important is to think vitamin C, vitamin C, vitamin C for iron absorption. If you decide to go with warm water for your lemon, keep it below 60 degrees Celsius because very high temperatures can reduce vitamin C content. Let's taste it. Nice. It's sweet, definitely from the beetroot, a bit of crunch. Yeah, it's interesting. It's different from the broccoli. It's a nice side dish or one of several side dishes you could have with a meal. Why not? I like it. I just feel like I should add a bit of nutritional yeast. Let's try. It smells so good. I prefer with the nutritional yeast. Yeah. So I went back to the pan and added more nutritional yeast to the rest. Also added beans for extra iron, protein to make a full meal. If you are not vegan or vegetarian, you can add an animal protein. So I went with sardines. I finished with a sprinkle of white sesame seeds and voila. It was very delicious. Jasmine, thank you so much for this recipe idea. I will definitely be adding this vegetable to my regular shopping list now. And last but not least, black sesame paste. It was mentioned by many of you, including Kavita, saying black sesame seeds are exceptional plant-based iron sources containing about 14 to 19 milligrams of iron per 100 grams. Finding black sesame seeds in Berlin was another mission for me. Of course, you can find them online, but I needed them urgently for this video, so I walked and walked and walked under the rain. I tried many organic shops and they only had the white one, and I finally ended up at my favorite Indian supermarket. They always have my back. Always. They even have two options for me. That being said, if you are in Berlin or in Germany in general, you can also find them in Turkish shops easily. I just don't have any Turkish shops close enough. I gave the seeds a quick rinse. Then drain them. Make sure your sieve is adapted for small seeds because mine was really not. I definitely lost a few along the way, but it's okay. Once drained, I added them to my pan. I tried a little trick by adding a few white sesame seeds so I could visually tell when they are toasted. The process took about 15 minutes. And I was stirring regularly because you really don't want to burn them. Now, the trick with the white sesame seeds didn't really work for me. They looked almost the same. I couldn't tell if it was toasted or not, but there are other signs. First, I knew they were dry because you can just touch them and you will notice. Also, they will not be sticking to the spoon or the spatula anymore. Then came the best sign, the aroma. Oh la la. Once that beautiful roasted smell started coming out, I knew it was almost ready and that I needed to be careful to turn off the heat on time before they burn. Once cooled, I then poured the toasted seeds into my mixer, and you need to be patient again here. It took me about 10 minutes of stopping, scraping down the sides, blending again, with no added oil or water. Some people do to make the mixing process easier, but I really wanted mine to be 100% pure. I also wanted to challenge my mixer because it's a new mixer and I wanted to know what can it do? What can it do? And suddenly, boom, it did it. It transformed the seeds into this smooth, glossy, dark paste. I thought I would struggle more, but no. I'm so proud. The mixer did a very good job. And the smell, oh, it smelled so good. It smelled like popcorn. It smelled very, very good. If you wonder how it tastes like. All right, so let's see how it tastes. Again, we didn't add any sweetener. This is the raw taste, and I'm not expecting much. Okay. It's basically tahini. It's black tahini. What did I expect? What did I expect, girl? It's the same but in black. It tastes like tahini. That's embarrassing. I really don't know why I thought it would taste differently. Anyways, now let's use this paste to make a black sesame latte. How does that sound? Amazing, right? Okay, let's do it. To be fair, this was my second attempt. Yesterday, I had a vision of beautiful layers of colors with a dark red on top, and it failed. It failed. So today I thought, okay, you don't need to try too much, just keep it simple. But I decided to double down on the iron for this one and use blackstrap molasses as a sweetener. This is definitely not for everyone. You can absolutely use your regular sweetener instead, or go half and half if you want to ease into the taste. By the way, some people mix their sweetener directly into the paste. That's also an option. I personally wanted to keep my flavor neutral. So I simply warm up the milk and I use basic almond milk. I made sure that it's not fortified in calcium because I want to give iron absorption the best chance here, and added 1 teaspoon of blackstrap molasses. While the milk is warming up, I'm preparing my glass. So I'm adding the black sesame paste at the bottom and use a little extra to decorate the surface. I use about 1 tablespoon in total. Once my milk is ready, I pour it in. And finish by sprinkling some sesame seeds on top for decoration. I haven't had coffee for a long time, so I'm not saying this will replace coffee, but it is definitely an interesting drink when you're tired of drinking peppermint tea, which is my case. Let me try. Nice. Yeah, you don't feel the black strap molasses that strongly. So I'm just going to mix. Very nice. Let's check the nutrition. We have about 3.5 milligrams of iron from the black sesame paste and the blackstrap molasses. This is a very nice amount for a simple homemade latte. Now, let's add some vitamin C. Let's not forget our vitamin C to maximize absorption. I'm going to keep it simple. Blueberries on the side. Black sesame is also rich in minerals like copper and zinc, supporting healthy hair and skin. Thank you so much, Cavitaner and others who shared the black sesame paste tip. I can't wait to add it everywhere. In the comments, let me know if you used black sesame paste, what is the next thing I should try it in. Here you have it, guys. I don't know about you, but I definitely learned a few things testing these small hacks. Some are already recreated since recording the videos. Please let me know in the comments which of these hacks you will try first, and if you have your own iron trick that you think is worth sharing, precise measurement or not, as you can see, I can freestyle. Drop it in the comments below. I would love to test more of your ideas, and maybe we can do a part 2. But before you go, let's celebrate one of us. Lardun Consulting sharing some amazing news. I've been taking iron bisglycinate liquid for 8 weeks. Yesterday I had blood work done. The last time I had blood work was December 2025. Ferritin was 16. Today my ferritin is 49. Yes. And I found a new practitioner, and she's going to help me build a plan to cope with perimenopause symptoms. Thank you for the inspiration. Oh, it's from 16 to 49 in about 7 months, if I'm counting properly. That's amazing. Congratulations, darling. And also love that you found someone who's willing to support you on your journey. And honestly, you are inspiring too. So thank you so much for sharing your win with us. Let's put some rocket emoji to celebrate her. Please, let's do it. And if you want to share your own win, it doesn't have to be something huge. It can be as simple as booking your first doctor's appointment, reducing your coffee consumption, being consistent with your iron supplement for a month, trying a new iron-rich food. Every step counts. Keep pushing towards optimal, okay? Bisous, bisous, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!